So let us now proceed and look at the home page. So with this particular home page, we start from the right, and from the right we can see that we have the recent, and under the recent, all the drawings that you have worked on are going to be listed here under the recent. So again, we have the project. You can have drawings and projects. We are going to look at this later. Okay, we are going to look at this as we proceed. But here are the recent files that you have worked on, and they are going to be listed here. You can decide to list them using this option, or else you can decide to have the tiles. So that is the tile view, and you can see we have the various projects as well as the various drawing files. And then let's proceed and look at the left here, which of course is important. Now in AutoCAD we deal with drawings, so we work with drawings, and then if you want to create a project, you can as well create a project. But let us now look at the drawings. Now probably you'd want to create a new drawing. We look at how you can click at this particular new drawing to create a new drawing. That is one of the ways that we can use. Let me just remove this one for now. And once you are starting for the first time, you're going to get this particular start button or the start tab, and then you can create a new drawing by clicking at this. So that is one of the options. And of course we create drawing using templates. So if you click at this particular part, at this plus icon there, you are not going to get a template. I mean, you are going to use a predefined template, and we are going to see how you predefine a template. So you can click at that point and you create a new drawing automatically. Now there is another option here. Let's look at this new, and it has a down drop. Now this one gives you the option to change a template. Remember we said you create drawings based on template. With this new, the option to create new here using the plus, you don't get, or you don't have the option to choose the template. And remember, these templates have certain customizations, and these customizations could be the unit customizations, and that is an example. So probably if you want to use a template that is based on a metric system, you'd proceed and choose the template from this point. They could be listed here, but you can browse for a template. So if I click at this particular browse and I scroll here, you can see we have the folder template. We have all of these templates at this point, and they have their own customizations. So you can create a new drawings based on any of these particular templates. Let me just click on cancel. We're going to look at this particular template and see the different kind of templates that we have. So again, if you have worked on a project and probably it's not listed in the recent, or else you have received a project from someone else, you can click at this particular point to open. So you can open a file, and also you can open a project, a sheet view. Now we are only concerned with the project, a project. If you click at open files, so let's click, you can only open either a drawing file or rather a drawing template. So drawing file which have .dwg, and this is what AutoCAD is all about, creating drawings. So you work with drawings, so that's why we have a DWG. That is the file extension. So any drawing that is going to be created in AutoCAD is going to have a .dwg file extension. You can open a drawing template. So remember, if you create your own template, it is possible to create your own template. But of course, the Revit, this AutoCAD comes with predefined templates that you can get started with, and then later, once you are familiar with AutoCAD, you can create your own customizations and save them as template. But once you save them, you can proceed and open that particular template, and that's why we have a drawing template that has a .dwt file extension. If you proceed and click at open directory, you can only open either a drawing, the others, but here we are concerned with a drawing template, and most important, we are concerned with the drawing. So you can open a drawing, but you cannot open a project with that. If you want to open a project, you need to click this particular down drop and you click on open a project. Now new here, if you proceed and click at new directory, it is going to act as if it is this new button here. If you click a directory, it is not going to give you the option to choose from the template. So the down drop here is just to give you the option choose for a template. So we can proceed with one of these. Probably we can proceed and browse for a template. And here the template that we are going to use is the AEC Model Global STB. So that is it. Or else you can use any of these. Let's proceed and use the metric STB, doesn't matter, or CTB. Let's have STB. We can get started with this one. If you click on open, it is going to create a drawing. Remember, you have a drawing there. If you are getting started for the first time, the name will be drawing 1 and you can change that. But you're going to get a drawing, and once you have the drawing created, you can proceed and add the various objects, as we can see. So it is important you note that we create drawings based on templates. You can decide to create a drawing without a template. Of course, that is not recommended, especially when you are getting started. There are those settings that you can do such that you are drawing, or you start a drawing without a template at all. In that case, you create a drawing from scratch. So you proceed and do the various customization from scratch. We don't want that. For our case, we want to get started with a template. So for your case, if you are getting started for the first time, you're going to have drawing 1 there. So to take home, note that we have the templates. The templates have certain customizations. So with that, you can you can decide to open any of this particular template. Now we are going to look at this particular template. So we have created a template based on let's see the template. We have used this particular template, and let's check it. We have used the AEC model metric STB. So this is the one that we have used to create this particular drawing. Let's proceed to the layers and then click at this particular point. I just want to show you how the layers have different customizations. Now for this one, if for example I click at the line, I start placing, it is going to be based at it is going to be based on the metric system. You can see the particular dimension that are highlighted in blue. So those are the units. Of course, these are in millimeters. So that is the setting for this. So those are the unit setting for this template. And also we are going to click at this particular layer. So note that this one has only 2 layers. So that is the template that we have. Now let me proceed and open. Click on add this new. I'm going to click on browse template. We're going to create a template based on let's open the AEC model. Yeah, there it is, but we use the fin CTB. So I'm going to click on open. Of course, it is going to create another drawing file, and it is going to form a new tab. Now for this one, you can see the difference is actually very clear. With that particular template, we don't have the grids. So we don't have the grids, but for this one, the previous template, we have the grids. So those are the customizations that you expect for each of these particular template. But that doesn't mean that if you open a drawing based on a template, you are fixed to that. You can proceed and change. For example, this drawing 7 that have been added on the based on a certain template doesn't have the grids. I can proceed and click at this particular grid to have them. So you can customize like that. But with the first instance of opening the drawing, we don't have the grids, and that is the set. Those are the settings, or the default settings that come with this particular template. So if I proceed to the layers, you can see that this particular template has more layers compared to the previous one. So you can note the difference between the various templates. Now, sorry about that. So that is it. And then let's finally create the last kind of drawing based on another template, and then we note the difference. Now, before even I proceed to that, note that this particular drawing based on the recent template, let's see the measurements. Okay, it is also based on millimeters. Well, let's proceed and create another one, another drawing. So click on browse templates, and then we add, or we place a template on an Imperial system. So I'm going to choose Imperial CTB and then click on open. We are going to get a new drawing file, and with this one, let's check the layers. The layers are 2 there, and then let's try to check the units of measurement. Now you can note that the unit of measurements here are different. We have the Imperial system where we have the inches and the feet. So okay, this one is based on inches, so you should note that. So that is the template. That is, if you probably want to open based on this template, you can as well do so. So a template contains those particular settings, but you can proceed and modify those settings. Now, we've said something. When you are getting started here and you want to, okay, you don't want to proceed all the time and change the template. Probably you want to have okay, you want to have a template that you always want to use. So after you click on the new drawing, it doesn't give you the option to choose the template. You can control the default template that is going to be used by AutoCAD when you are creating a new drawing all the time. So I'll proceed to this one of these particular drawing. So you need to first of all open a drawing. So for example, I'm in this drawing, and once you open the drawing, you just need to type in. Okay, before even you type in, let's see how you can do that from the application menu. So proceed to the application menu and then click at the options, and then we are going to proceed and look at let me look at where we have the template. Okay. Yeah, we have the files, we have the file tab. So with that, proceed and scroll up to the point where we have the template setting. So click and expand. So remember, it is the application menu. Let me start again. Application menu, options, then the files. So click at the file tab, then scroll, or make sure that you are in the template settings, and then click at that. And then we have the drawing template file. Okay, we have the default template file for the QNew. So click to expand that. So this is the default template. So you define the location. For example, the one that is used here is AEC model Imperial STB. So you can decide to change that by browsing, and probably we want to always create a new template based on the global STB. So that is what we are going to proceed with, global STB, and then we click on open. It is going to be changed at this point. So that is the template file for the QNew, and then just click OK. Alternatively, you can just proceed, okay, while still in the, after you open a particular drawing, this one is only possible if you have a drawing opened. You can just type from your keyboard Q and then new, like that, QNew, and then you're going to get a file there which tells you that it creates a blank file. So if I click on that, a new drawing is going to be created. So what happens, what we are creating by clicking at this particular drawing is actually okay, that is, we can call it the QNew. For example, if I click at that, the new drawing that we create is actually the QNew, and that is one of the options to create a new drawing. You can use the command QNew and then click at that to create a new drawing as well. And the template file for the QNew, we proceed and set it from this point. Template files, the default template, it is there. You set it from this point. So we create drawings based on templates. You can decide to close them. You can, once you close, you get an option to save. For our case, we don't want to save anything, but for our case, if you have something that is important, you need to save that. Yeah, so that is it. So we are back to the start menu, or where we have the home page. So this button is for the QNew, and we have come across the QNew. And then remember, we said you set the template for the QNew. You don't want to use the QNew, you can proceed to the home page and then click this particular down drop and then browse for another template. So each of these, all of these, all the drawings that you create could be based on different templates. They don't have to be based on a single template. You can create them based on different templates. So it is good to get started with templates. And also, you remember, you can create your own template. If you customize this AutoCAD, you can save those customizations as a template and then base that or create or add that to the template file for the QNew. Or else you can always, or you can browse it from this particular option here. So that is how we create a new drawing based on a template.